Question. The member from London West.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Speaker, there is an ongoing crisis in mental health services in London that shows no sign of improving. The London Health Sciences Centre Psychiatric ER regularly operates at 130% capacity. Before the March break, LHSC reported that there were 22 mental health patients waiting for beds, some for more than 7 days, on hallway stretchers or in overflow rooms. Last week, my constituent Angela Jolly waited 5 days in the hallway before she was even assigned a doctor. Speaker, LHSC psychiatrist Dr. Ganjavi tells me that it all comes down to funding that is needed for more beds, for more nurses, for more community services. London's mental health crisis has been raised numerous times in this legislature and in the London media.
Question.
So why, Speaker, does this government refuse to act?
Minister of Health and Long-Term Care.
Minister of Health and Long-Term Care.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker, and we absolutely are acting. In fact, we've made unprecedented investments in mental health right across this province. Just a number of weeks ago, an important announcement for 1,150 new supportive housing units to add to the 1,000 that were announced last year, Mr. Speaker, where we've announced for the first time any jurisdiction in Canada we're providing government-funded, publicly funded cognitive behavioral therapy. In London itself, Mr. Speaker, not only do they benefit from the supportive housing and are benefiting, but also we opened up a crisis centre which provides that critically important alternative to hospitalization or visits to ERs, where there are strong community support with experts in place that can provide that resource that individuals in crisis so definitely need, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, Londoners must wait 6 months or more to see an outpatient psychiatrist, and the 24/7 crisis centre that the minister mentioned was at capacity almost from the moment it opened its doors. About 1/3 of the people who access the crisis centre are diverted from ER, but fully 2/3 are first-time users of the mental health system. And the $10 million that was promised more than a year ago for additional stabilization beds has yet to appear. Will the Premier commit today to releasing that funding for those stabilization beds now to the crisis centre? And more importantly, will she come to London and meet with the nurses and the physicians and the patients who are struggling to deal with this desperate situation?